Hey, everyone. We are here again. It's Betsy here. And we are going to factor another trinomial using the what? What do you see in front of you? Yes, the X box. Again, it may seem like a little more work, but if you get the hang of it, it can go by pretty quickly. So let's take a look here. So what is the first thing you should do in every problem? We want to see if we can factor out a greatest common factor. So let's look. Our smallest number is 6. Will 6 go into 37 evenly? No. So I can't factor out a number. Now look at the x. Is there an x in every term? No. So we can't factor out an x. So that means we're going to try to factor this into two binomials. So here we go. So a times c, again, a is the number in front of the x squared. C is your constant, the number by itself. So our a is 6. And our c is 6. 6, oops, I got to use a different color in here. I got to remember that. 6 times 6 is 36. So a times c is 36. Now, let's look at b. b is the middle term. It's the one with just the x. So our middle term is 37. You see, I don't put any variables with those two numbers. Now, just to be a little different, let's go over to our box. What always goes in this first box? Who remembers? Ding, dong, think about it for a second. La, 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 la. Okay, the ax squared term goes in the first box. So the 6x squared here, that's what goes in the first box. And what goes in this box down here? Think about it. What did we say goes in the box down there? Yes, your constant, which in this case is positive 6. All right. So now let's go back over to our x. And we need to ask ourselves, what multiplies to 36 here and adds to 37? They're both positive, so both these numbers have to be positive. So let's try this out over here. We know that 1 times 36 is 36. 2 times 18 is 36. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. 6 times 6 is 36. Look at all these combinations. So how do we decide which one to use? Because they all multiply to 36. Well, what else do they have to do other than multiply to 36? They need to add to, yes, 37 here. So which combination adds to 37? We got it right with the first one. 1 plus 36 gives us 37. And what do we always put with these two numbers? The variable x. X is our variable in this problem, so we put an x with it. Now, it doesn't matter which you put in which spot. Doesn't make a difference. I'll put the 1x here. You don't have to put the 1. I'm just showing it to you. Since I put the 1x here, the 36x goes here. Okay? How are we doing? We're going to factor this into two binomials. So here we go. So looking at the first two boxes, we got 6x squared and 1x. What is the greatest common factor? Well, the 1 and 6, we can't take anything out. That, it's only 1. That's not going to change anything. But we can take out an x. They both have an x. And then ask yourself, x times what is 6x squared? Well, x times 6x is 6x squared. So I'm going to put a 6x here. 6x times x gives me the 6x squared. And then I've got a positive here, right? So I'm going to put a plus up here. X times what up here is 1x. Well, x times 1 is 1x. So I've got my first factor. I'm going to move this over so you can see it a little better. So we're going to put the plus sign and a 1. Okay, so that's got to go in one set of our parentheses. It doesn't matter which one. Now, the easiest thing, the quickest thing to do is say a positive 1 times what is positive 6? Well, a positive 1 times a positive 6 is positive 6. So my other factor is 1 plus 6. Let's take a quick look at our little box again. It doesn't matter what direction you go in. You can factor the greatest common factor out in either direction. So when I look at this box right here and this box right here, when I look up here, I can factor out a 6 out of 6 and 36, and I can take an x out. That's where the 6x comes in. When I look at these two, what can I factor out of them? Nothing's common other than 1, so I can only factor out a 1. That takes care of that direction. Now, when I look at this magical box from left to right, when I look at 6x and 1x, we already said the only thing we can factor out of the two of those is this x. When I look at 36x and 6, what can I factor out of the two of them? 6. So our magical box works in each direction. If it doesn't work, you made a mistake. So this trinomial 6x squared plus 37x plus 6 factors to 6x plus 1 times the quantity x plus 6. And you're done. Ta-da! All right, you're going to be trying some problems now, I hope also. Yay! Have a good day, you guys.